Teaching a PE lesson means guiding children through movement, learning, and play. The way you deliver the lesson matters. It helps create a safe, positive, and active environment where all children can join in. This module focuses on how to bring your planned lesson to life. You'll learn how to give clear instructions, support children while they're moving, and reflect on what went well. In this lesson, we'll give you an overview of how to lead a PE lesson with confidence and energy. You'll learn how to give instructions that children understand, what to do when the children are moving, and how to reflect on your lesson afterwards. We'll show you what to focus on while teaching, how to respond to what's happening, and how to keep all children engaged and safe. There are some short pauses built into the video, but feel free to pause at any moment to write down key ideas or tips. Take your time and enjoy discovering what's possible in your PE lessons. Executing a PE lesson might seem daunting. Up to 30 children may be running, climbing, sliding, and throwing things at the same time. No one expects you to make the lesson perfect from the start. Even experienced PE teachers work hard to manage their lessons for 4 to 7-year-olds. The most important thing is to start with the basics. In this video, we will guide you through instructions, guidance, and ways to make lessons learnable. However, when starting out, your main goal should be to create safe lessons where children move. Keep your instructions short, but don't worry if they take longer than expected. Don't be discouraged if you're not yet providing detailed tips and feedback. Focusing on organisation and safety is enough at the beginning. The longer you teach, the better your instructions will become. Over time, you will be able to transform your lessons into rich learning experiences. In the previous learning unit, we introduced a simple 5-step process to guide you in creating effective PE lessons. We have already explored Step 1, Initial Assessment, Step 2, Goal Setting, and Step 3, Choosing Learning Activities. Now in this module, we'll focus on Step 4, Executing Lessons, and Step 5, Evaluating Lessons, the final steps in making your lessons both engaging and effective. Remember, every lesson should follow this process. Even if you don't prepare a lesson on paper, always keep steps 1 to 3 in mind before delivering your lesson. This ensures that your lessons are structured, purposeful, and tailored to the needs of your group. With steps 4 and 5, you'll learn how to provide clear instructions, guide children effectively, and reflect on your lessons to improve over time. Before your instruction even begins, your lesson starts the moment you enter the room with the children. There are many ways to set the tone. You might already have the materials set up, or you may still need to prepare the space. In either case, think about how you want to organise the children. Do you want them to move first to release energy and excitement, or do you prefer a bit more control by having them sit on a bench or a line? Both options are great. If you feel less confident, starting with children seated may be the easiest. But as you gain experience, try setting up the room in a way that allows safe movement without the need for instructions. If you teach regular lessons, consider using a consistent start each time. Even if it seems repetitive, children respond well to structure and routine. Whatever approach you choose, your goal is simple. Prepare the children to listen when your instruction begins. Make sure they can sit or stand without distractions and are facing you, ready to engage. Now you start your instruction. We have provided a fact sheet summarising this part of the video. To structure your instruction, we use 2 simple rules of thumb, PDA and the 5 Ws and 1 H. Let's start with PDA. Always remember that children learn the most from watching. You see this in their everyday behaviour. A common mistake for new teachers is talking too much, which hinders movement and learning. PDA stands for P. Demonstrate, the first and most important step. Let children see the activity before explaining anything. D. Details. Only tell them the most important details. D. Do. Let them start moving as soon as possible. When demonstrating, provide as few words as possible, just what is necessary. For example, grip like this when climbing, or spread your wings like an eagle while balancing. Before children begin, they must know where to start. Do they all start together, or are they split into groups and zones? Once they know, action! Now, let's move on to the second part of the instruction, While PDA is great for general instructions, sometimes you need to give more precise group instructions. This is especially useful for small groups or individual children when organising materials or setting up an activity. For this, we use 5 W's and 1 H. Who? Who should complete the task? One child, a pair, or the whole group? What? What needs to be done? Are they moving mats, setting up cones, or clearing space? When? When should they start? Immediately or after you give a signal? Where? Where should they put the equipment or move the objects? How? How should they do it? Should they carry, roll, stack, or lift carefully? What's next? What should they do after finishing? Return, help others, or wait for the next step? For example, if setting up benches for an activity, you might say, Who? 2 volunteers. What? Move the bench to the middle of the room. When? Start now. Where? Place it between the cones. How? Lift it together and walk carefully. What's next? Go back and sit on the line. By structuring instructions this way, children know exactly what to do and can help efficiently without confusion. After the instructions, the children are moving, and we hope, learning. There is a lot happening, and this is the moment to use our next rule of thumb. SROL. Safe, running, on track, learning. This simple check helps you see if the lesson is going as planned. First, check if everything is safe. Are all materials in the right place? Is there anything dangerous lying around? Are children using the equipment as intended? If the answer is no, immediately adjust your lesson to make it safe. Second, check if the lesson is running smoothly. Are children moving to the right places? Are they waiting for each other when needed? Does the organisation flow well? If the answer is no, change your setup right away to improve organisation. Third, observe whether the children are on track. Can they complete the tasks? Are they hitting the target, climbing to the top, or reaching the opposite bench? If the answer is no, make adjustments so they can participate successfully. Finally, check if they are actually learning. Is the activity challenging but not too difficult? Are they improving? Do they need extra support? If the answer is no, think about what kind of help you can provide. In the next slide, we will show you how to adjust and support the children effectively. Now it's time to improve the learning. You have checked your organisation and you are keeping an eye on safety. Your next task is to motivate and empower the children. Start by giving a lot of compliments. Celebrate all the small achievements and remember how important it is for children that you see them succeed. Just watching them finish a task can give them a huge confidence boost. However, not all children will succeed immediately. As a teacher, your role is to help them find a way to succeed. There are several ways to do this. One way is differentiation, offering multiple levels of difficulty so that every child can find a challenge that fits them. Another way is providing learning aids. Let children use tools that support them, like holding a stick for balance. A well-placed instruction can also make a big difference, helping them understand what to focus on. And finally, sometimes a little physical help is needed, such as guiding their movement or offering a steadying hand. The most difficult part of teaching PE is knowing what kind of support is needed at the right moment. There is no perfect answer, so don't stress about getting it exactly right. Just try, observe, and adjust as needed. Now we will show you some examples of differentiating and learning aids. After your instructions, guidance, and adjustments to support learning, it's time to let the lesson flow. Now, both the children and you can enjoy the movement. Help when needed, cheer them on when you can, walk around and let them show you their success. Celebrate their efforts and encourage their excitement. It's hard to describe how important your enjoyment is. If you, as a teacher, are able to truly enjoy their movement and learning, the lesson will naturally become the best it can be. When you are engaged, positive, and excited, the children will feel it too. Let go of the pressure to make everything perfect. Just be present, encourage, and have fun. Every PE lesson is a learning experience, not just for the children, but for you as a teacher. Taking time to evaluate your lesson helps you improve and make future lessons even better. We use a simple 3-step reflection format. First, look back at the goal. Did the children achieve what you had planned? Were they able to perform the skills or movements you aimed for? If not, what were the obstacles? Second, evaluate the execution. Did the organisation run smoothly? Was the setup effective? Were all children engaged? Think about what worked well and what could be improved. Finally, reflect on your own teaching behaviour. Did you give clear instructions? Were your demonstrations effective? Did you provide the right amount of feedback and encouragement? By regularly evaluating your lessons, you become more aware of what makes a lesson successful and what small changes can make a big difference. Reflect, adjust, and keep growing. Let's recap the key steps to creating effective PE lessons. First, start with the goal. Identify what you want children to learn, whether it's improving a skill like throwing or balancing, or developing teamwork. Next, choose the right activities. Make sure children can practice the skill often and that the activity is appropriately challenging. Then, work within constraints. Begin by imagining the best learning environment and then adapt based on what's available. Be creative with materials, like using socks for throwing or tape for balancing. After that, set up the space. Organise zones for activities, think about movement routes, and ensure children know where to start and wait. Safety is important, but trust children to find their own solutions. Finally, support learning. Provide verbal instructions, offer physical guidance, and use aids like sticks or cones. Adjust activities to meet different skill levels so every child can grow. Remember, the goal is to create a safe and engaging environment where children can learn, explore, and enjoy the process.